We've been going in this summer.
Put that camera on.
Play golf.
I don't know. What I do on the golf course, classified as play golf, but I do get shot a lot. Let me put it that way. No way. I thoroughly enjoy going down there. Get that back in. It's been like that. That's something.
Go there. Back in ancient times. In the rule. I don't know what they call it, clubhouse, I guess.
Very fantastic. You're exactly right. It's a club man.
Big window back up here. And there's a pond out there, and there's an alligator. So you have the pond, they still got that.
The pond is still there. I can't say about the alligators, but the pond is still there. That's right.
Guarantee you there's an alligator in there 20 years ago.
But yes, sir, it's still there. None of that's changed. That clubhouse looks just like it did. It's amazing. Yes, sir.
I was just shocked at where the food was. We always made a point of going there, eating on Sunday for lunch.
And for lunch, yeah, absolutely.
Good afternoon. Welcome to our Troy City Council meeting of June 25th, 2024. Please stand and say a prayer in our pledge. Dear God, thank you for this day and thank you for our many blessings. The Lord, please be with us in the things we say and do. Help guide us in the actions that we will make tonight that will benefit the city of Troy. Amen. You can turn this salute the flag. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Ms. Clerk, let it be shown that all members are present except for Ms. Mosley. Next up on our agenda, we need to review and approve our council minutes from our last meeting. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes as written?
So moved.
I have a motion by Mr. Davis. Do we have a second? Have a second by Ms. Holly. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any nays? Any extension?
Aye.
Let it be shown that motion carries. Next up on our agenda is the approval of tonight's agenda. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda as written?
So moved.
Have a motion by Ms. Baker. We have a second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Davis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any extension? Motion carries. Thank you. Committee reports. Troy City Council met upstairs at 4 o'clock for work session. We went into executive session just for a little bit, came out and had some more discussions. That was our only committee reports we have tonight. So next up on our agenda is Resolution 2024-59, Underground Utility Locating and Marketing Services Agreement with USIC Locating Services LLC. Mr. Chapman.
Yes, sir. Back some months ago, the clerk's office sent out bids for our line locating services. We currently contract that out and have been doing so for the past 3 years. Got one bid response back. We have been working to negotiate the details and terms of that contract since then, and so that's what we're bringing back to you tonight. We only had that one bidder. It's from USIC. They are our current vendor. That's who we've been doing business with. And so we got all the terms and everything in agreement between our attorneys and theirs, and so we'd like to ask you to approve that agreement with them. This will be for all our utility locating, everything that goes through Alabama 811 that consumers and companies are required to call anytime they do anything. USIC locates all of our water, electric, and sewer lines within our utility footprint. And so all of those, the locate tickets go directly to them. They come from 811. So I said we've been using them for several years, and would like to continue to do so.
Thanks, sir. Any questions from Mr. Chapman?
I just want to ask something. How much does it cost to have that from a resident to?
It's free,
Oh,
no charge. There's no charge.
Association. Mr. Chandler.
Yes, sir. American Public Power, APPA, is our national municipal electric association. They have a research and development division called DEED, where they can fund grants for new and innovative technology. We applied for a drone-related grant last year. They made some suggestions, and so we tweaked our grant proposal, went back and reapplied in February, and we were awarded this grant. Essentially, what they'll do is there's some new drone technology and equipment that will allow us to use a drone to measure the current on energized high voltage lines. In addition, another tool will allow us to either cut wires in the event of an emergency, to say having to send somebody out in a bucket truck, or to pull up wires, or pull up ropes to pull up wires if it's an area that's difficult to get to. So what this grant will do is their portion of the grant will fund our purchase of the equipment. So we'll have to bid out the drone and all the associated equipment. Then they'll repay us for all that equipment 100%. It'll belong to us at the end of the grant. And then our portion of the grant, our match, will be our utility salaries and the thing we do in testing. Several things come out of this from a guidebook for other utilities to use if they're interested in getting this equipment, or how to set up their program and to use it. Instructional and informational videos will also be required to make a presentation on this grant in one of APPA's meetings sometime in the next 2 years. But pretty much the city's costs are just in-kind contributions to do the grant. So this is something that this technology is extremely new. No other utilities pretty much in the country have really experimented with it very much. There's very little literature and information. That's why we were interested in doing it, and that's why they're interested in getting us to do it, so that we can provide that information to the other municipal systems. So to give them guidance and feedback both on the equipment and if they want to do it, how to set up the program and how to use it in the United States.
It'd be very nice to be known as expert of the United States on this knowledge.
Well, we will be in this, because nobody else has got it, for sure, for sure.
Thank you, sir. Any questions?
But then, you know, again, at the end of it, the equipment remains ours, so after we get through with this program sometime, you know, early part of 25, we'll be able to continue to use the equipment here in our daily operations, or for mutual aid or storm work or anything else. That'll be the end of it. We'll still have the equipment and still be able to use it. So.
And this grant's for $104,220.
Yes, sir, that's right, and that covers the cost of all the equipment.
Any other questions, Mr. Chandler? If not, do we have a motion to approve Resolution 2024-60?
So,
Have a motion by Mr. Davis. Do we have a second? Have a second by Ms. Holly. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposition? Any abstention? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next up is Resolution 2024-61, a lease agreement with the Troy Municipal Airport. Ms. Sanders.
Good evening. The current lease with the U.S. government ends on July 31st. This is another 5-year lease for the Army to have exclusive use of the air traffic control tower and the adjacent office building. The Army provides a service to our airport by manual air traffic control tower. This is another 5-year lease that goes from August 1st, 2024 through July 31st, 2029. We are proud and honored to have the Army to have a presence at our airport.
Thanks, ma'am. Any questions for Ms. Sanders? If not, we have a motion to approve Resolution number 2024-61.
so moved.
We have a motion by Mr. Davis. Do we have a second?
Second.
Have a second by Ms. Holly. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposition? Any abstention? Motion carries. Thank you, ma'am. Next up on our agenda tonight is appointments, and Troy City Council has no appointments. Mayor, do you have any you'd like to make? I have none. Okay. Next up on the agenda is mayor's comments. Mayor?
Unless there are any questions, I don't really have anything. Did have a good meeting this morning with the Mama Jane's Coffee Club next door to the Academy Street School. I had in some conversations with Mr. Homer Wright that I had a while back. Wanted to make sure we were being good neighbors during the construction phase, and just wanted to stick my head in and say hello and make sure they were able to get in and out. Everything was going well. We had a good talk. Everything was going well. And there were some things that came up that I was told that there was some interest and possibility of a public meeting going to be a public meeting or something of that nature. It was just visiting the neighbors at the coffee club. We will certainly have, over the next several months, I would think, a couple of different meetings involving the council and other folks involved in programming the building and things like that. Of course, that's way out in the future. When we get closer to knowing time and some other things like that, just wanted to make sure everybody knew that there was a public input period in regards to programming and several other different things. So I did just want to mention that. We had a good talk and greatly looking forward to that project. It is officially summer. And it's warm out there, so everybody be careful. I think everybody knows that our outdoor workers have gone to their summer hours. So our utilities, our public works, environmental services, grounds, all those folks have gone to, they work from 6 a.m. To 3 p.m. We also have a 311 operator, since we have those folks out working, it comes in from 6 a.m. To 3 p.m. So just wanted to let the council know and the public know that our folks are working out in the heat, are on a little bit different. They normally work 7 to 4, but this is something that allows them to, especially with getting light so early, allows them to get ahead of the heat as much as possible. So just wanted to let everybody know about that, unless y'all have questions.
Any questions for the mayor? If not, before we go into council members' comments, Dan, would you like to come forward and tell us about the 4th of July and fireworks and your baseball also?
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, July 4th is on a Thursday of next week, and the Independence Day celebration fireworks display will be that night, 8:30 p.m. And lots of great viewing around the stadium. We also encourage everyone to come inside the stadium if they would like to. And that again will be 8:30 p.m. We have 12 baseball and softball teams that are still participating in postseason play. 6 baseball teams are in state and 1 is qualified for a World Series. And we have 6 softball teams for girls that are about to begin tournament play for state. And we're hosting 2 of the divisions this Friday, and it is when it starts, June 28th. And that will go through July the 2nd, and then we'll have July the 4th, and then the next day, the 5th, is when we'll start the 2nd week of our state tournaments. So we hope y'all can come out and see some of our Troy teams. We've got some really good group of young ladies and some strong teams. Thank you very much.
Thanks, sir. Council members' comments, Ms. Holly.
This is District 1's last week of cleanup month. So if you got those last little things, like I'm getting some shrubs pulled out today, put them to that road so I can catch that cleanup month. So take advantage of this time while we have it. And I'd also like to take this moment to thank Ms. Ebony Williams, who headed up our Juneteenth parade celebration. I want to thank Mayor Reeves and Chief Barr and his staff for the support that was rendered, and Councilwoman Moultrie for participating in that parade as well. Ms. Ebony went through a lot of tasking to put that together, so it was an opportunity to celebrate the Juneteenth Freedom Celebration here in Troy, our first parade. Other than that,
Mr. Davis.
Just to echo what the mayor said about the heat and our employees being out and working on their summer schedule. It's also a situation where I hope everybody's paying attention to the utilities and the costs that they're going to be associated with next month. Or while we smile about those things, they can be serious. A lot of water usage being there also. So that's kind of a combination of two things that we're dealing with. I'm glad Jim came well. Yeah, that's fantastic. Looking forward to the baseball tournaments. There's going to be a real asset for our community to host those. And wish Dan and the other staff that's going to be involved with this the best in taking this out for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Thank you.
Ms. Baker?
Thank you to all the city employees who are working out in the heat conditions. I know some of us get hot and grumpy and we don't say thank you enough. So I'm going to go ahead and say it now, and I'm going to encourage all of our citizens to do that as well. And I hope that everyone has a wonderful 4th of July holiday.
Thank you, ma'am. Also, District 2, our cleanup month starts July the 1st. And Dan, I'd like to thank the rec department and the city mayor. Anytime that we can host state tournaments here, baseball, softball, soccer, swim, or whatever, that means people are spending the night, spending money in our city. And with that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All the members here, that's everything. You got all that food in that car, didn't you? I said, you got all that food out of the car.